You studied art, right?
No, study humanities.
Do you regret it?
Yeah. P'Big, we like to look for like a vintage stuff and collect it and then sell it
Right.
on the floor. Because when you sit on the street selling stuff, you can see how each eyesight of the people look at you. This is the message that we want to convey.
Do it mindfully. Aware.
No, it's actually mindless but soulful.
Do what you love in an aware way. Awareness is key in everything in life, you know. Reminding yourself that you can't change anybody.
No,
You can only lead by example.
Lastly, what we are doing here is not try to change the world. We just try to balance it. Find your way to balance this mad world. You know.
Thank you so much, you guys. Welcome back to Heads and Tails. I'm your host Fatih, and in this episode, I sit down with the enigmatic duo behind Inchala Tea House, P'Big and Samie, also known as the mysterious Smile People. We traverse their journeys across Thailand, dive into the philosophy behind antiques, photo essays, and how Inchala became a haven for truth seekers. From challenging societal norms around education, family, and city life to finding freedom through simplicity, they share profound reflections on life, fear, and balancing art with the demands of existence. Join us for an hour of storytelling, wisdom, and the poetic rhythms of life as they see it. Thank you so much for having me again in this wonderful place. Where are we right now?
We are now
So
together
you're gonna have to do this.
We are now together at Inchala Tea House, located around the feet of Doi Suthep mountain in Chiang Mai. Yeah, simple, rustic
Yes,
place,
bohemian.
or whatever you call.
Yeah, I think you know what I love about Chiang Mai and in Thailand in general. All my friends who come here, they say places kind of grow out of nature as like a natural thing. You know, it's not like a cinder block kind of. It's not like Singapore, you know, like where it's like okay, not a lot of natural. But this place just looks like it just grow out of here, you know.
Yeah. I mean, Chiang Mai is different from all other part and other cities in Thailand. We both, me and my brother, originally come from south of Thailand.
That's true.
And we see, I mean, I used to live in Bangkok also for 9 years and a half, and yeah, we travel and saw a lot of places, and yeah, still never found any place that feel like Chiang Mai, look like Chiang Mai, you know.
Yeah, the islands certainly have a different energy. P'Big is from Surat Thani, Chiang Mai. Yeah, so Surat Thani has different like I've only been short time, but how is it different than Chiang Mai for people who are just watching? How island like Koh Phangan, Koh Tao, Koh Samui, and Chiang Mai like very separate. Yeah.
ต่างกันมันเผื่อ
nature.
Nature.
First thing, nature.
Nature is better in not a better or worse, but how is it different?
Different because in south we have a sea, right? Yeah, and for me like big energy, beautiful, but I want to see something different. Nature. Yes.
Tropic.
Yeah, and curious.
Yes.
And when I have a curious inside me, I just start going
right
to looking something different.
Because you were born there, you lived most of your life in Sao. Did you go maybe to Koh Lanta?
Lanta.
Lanta.
In Krabi.
In Krabi,
Lanta and Lai Le.
Lai Le.
Yeah.
Krabi is like Chiang Mai a little bit. ไม่ใช่เนอะ
I'm not sure because my style when I go to some place different I like to go stay with the local people not in a city yeah outside like touch more nature life
right.
like people stay like a easy life something like that yeah
so the nature life in Surat Thani, is it still a lot of nature place, or do you think it's just being gentrified, like lots of different foreigners come and then building, or you think it's still sabai
ผ่านพื้นนะ yeah Samie help me to translate because my English not good sorry
I mean, first of all, let me introduce ourselves.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
We're very familiar with each other.
Yeah. So just to let you know briefly about who we are in this lifetime, as a character, as a personality, as anything.
The ego.
Yeah, the lovely one.
Yes.
This is my brother, P'Big. Everyone call P.
Yes.
P is like when you put brother, like bro, brother, and his nickname is Big.
In Turkish, we would say Abi.
Abi.
P. Abi. Yeah.
Abi Big.
Yeah.
Abi.
Sami Abi.
Sami Abi. Oh, you put it
after.
behind.
Chai. Like Fatih Abi. Big Abi.
Yeah.
So P'Big. Nice to meet you, P'Big.
P'Big and me, Sami. So we both originally from South Thailand. My brother come from the province called Surat Thani.
Yes.
And I came from I'm actually come from the city called Hat Yai. But it's in the province of Songkhla.
Oh, were you born in Hat Yai?
Yeah, I was born in Hat Yai.
Cool.
So
and then you traveled down south with your family.
Yeah. So my mom is from Phuket. My father from Pathalung. But they try to make a living at this city called Hat Yai. And yeah, we both having different background, but we both fortunate to be unfortunate about family life.
Right.
Somehow.
Right.
I mean, we still love our parents. We still respect them fully.
Yes.
But how we experience our younger life is not easy. So we both try to seek the difference of life by traveling.
Yes.
So when I was finished my high school, I went to Bangkok to continue my bachelor degree. At that time, P'Big is already travel around like south, like he jumped from Surat Thani and then he come to Chiang Mai already a
When
bit.
did you first come? When did you first travel first time? Like 20 years old, 25 years old, 18?
Bangkok.
Oh, you went to Bangkok?
A little bit.
Little bit.
About I think one or 2 weeks. 1 week or 2 weeks.
But how old were you?
14, I think. Yeah.
How old are you?
Yeah, 14.
Whoa, you started
Yeah.
traveling when you're 14.
Yeah.
That's early.
I stopped to learn in a school.
I couldn't get out of my neighborhood when I was 14.
Yeah,
Nice.
his life start early.
Yeah, very early.
Yeah.
Nice. Were you alone?
Alone.
14 years old.
Since that, yeah.
No money, no family. 14
Yeah.
in the middle of Bangkok.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, a little bit crazy.
A li-
yeah, but
a lot
good,
crazy.
Good.
How was it when you were 14 in Bangkok? Is it still very crowded? It's like everyone just. It's very different than Surat Thani.
Different, and big city,
Big
right?
city, yeah. Did you feel scared?
I'm not scared,
No.
but for me, I don't have the feeling what I want to learn.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
and I
see.
think don't say I imagine. Yeah, this is not my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just go because go to look some own friend.
Okay.
Yeah, to him first and talking about life and yeah, I listen something and I see. I think I'm not here. Yeah.
Mash up, man.
Yeah. Inside I'm not here.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Outside is okay, but
Yeah.
I don't feel that.
Yeah. Because I have some little bit thinking about life. What about life? What
Big
people
picture.
do? Yeah. And okay, I change.
Yeah.
Just go it. Yeah, again.
Well, I love what you say. Like first you said I was curious, and then because Suratani is beautiful maybe, but
Yes,
it's small.
yes.
The world is really
Yeah.
big, and then you go to Bangkok. It's like okay, well, this is too big, and also my heart is not here.
Yeah.
And you just imagine different scenario for yourself. You don't have to be in the island. Then
I don't sorry.
No,
yeah,
no,
I'm not scale big, but everything move fast and people. Yeah, we can learn people to people, right? Yeah. Just start imagine. Yeah.
What were you gonna say? Sorry, Sam.
No, I mean I think he would feel similar to how I feel to the people in the big city.
Right.
They kind of like numbing in the sense because you use the system. I mean you rely on system
Sure.
to feed what you should be feeling.
Right.
Like they somehow force you or like how you call that, like put a reward like this,
like the
and
carrot.
yeah, like a
there's the
carrot of the
dangling.
rabbit.
Yeah.
And we like most of the people have to run
Yeah.
fast, but in this loop,
Yeah.
and the system is designed to let them work fast, like fast, go fastly, and then numbly,
Yeah.
and just
It's like plastic and synthetic almost.
Yeah.
Right? And because humans need purpose, right? That's
Yeah.
what you're looking for. That's what you're curious about.
For me, I see the life like art.
So that's what we need. We need
Yeah.
purpose. We need like some aesthetic pleasure. And in cities, I feel like the purpose comes from working at job. 10 hours, 12 hours every day. Go to the thing.
Yeah.
Make the money for the people. Get the money, spend the money on expensive thing, and then feel like, oh, okay, now I have my friends over, they like my thing, and then 2 years later, thing get old, another thing, and every year you have to change your laptop, you have to change your phone, like the cycle is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. It's like I understand what you mean.
Yeah, and because I think like we different born, different place, different thinking, different fighting life.
Yes.
Yeah, and for me น่าสนใจ น่าสนใจ
Interesting. Yeah. I know that one. And when people say like
go to see something different.
น่าสนใจ
not only nature.
Yes.
Life.
Of course.
What about
you have to balance that out.
So that's the main reason why we came out from our hometown. Our family life were not really get along well together.
You're kind of the black sheep, right?
Yeah.
In both of the family.
Yeah.
I feel this.
Yeah. So we try. We both try. P'Big travel around went to Bangkok to see his friend, try to find a possibility if it could work to do something. Before we met, P'Big most of the time, apart from making art like leather work or like a jewelry work, like making stone, he liked to look for like a vintage stuff, like a old antique stuff, and collect it and then sell it on the floor.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's where he experienced and observing life. Because when you sit on the street selling stuff, you can see how each eyesight of the people look at you,
Of course.
and you see how people interpret you. I mean, from close and from far away.
Yeah.
And me as a you know, like a kid who dreamed to be also an artist. We both like art.
Right.
So I dreamed to be someone
Okay.
in the art scene. And
Want to make a name for yourself.
yeah, and is
And in what way? Because I know P'Big is more like in the handicraft, sort of like collecting pieces that are rare and unique. And which area of art would you define?
my main medium was, I mean, my main medium is the photography.
Sure.
I like taking photos, and through years I developed my practice
Beautiful.
from just documenting stuff and start to making what they call photo essay, which is like it's kind of give a sense of documentary, but
Right.
but it's contain more story in it,
I
contain more content.
How does
and
how is there
concept.
more story compared to a normal picture? Is it the framing? Is
Because it come with essay.
Oh, got you.
So that's why
I
they
see.
call a photo essay.
Right.
The
Okay.
photo, not just the illustration of the story, but maybe the story that written become an illustration of the photo.
I see.
So I mean, through the years I developed my practice by working in the film industry.
Yes.
I was a behind the scene photographer, and
What did you take pictures of?
yeah, like
The set.
what's going on behind the scene, like when the production went off, and you know, you document what's going on in
Right,
that,
right.
and they use that to promote their film, for example,
I see.
like in the film magazine. So I first went into my photographer career as a behind the scene photographer,
Right.
and work mostly for the magazine at the time when magazine still be
A thing.
sold as like a
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a book,
Exactly. It
and
was like 10 years ago or 15 years ago.
yeah. So yeah, I try to make a living because I have to feed myself. I have to finish the university, my bachelor degree by myself,
Right.
because my
And you studied art, right?
no study humanities.
Oh. Do you regret it?
Yeah. I mean, the more I study, the more I realize that you know, it's good to experience that you can
Follow through.
can realize how education system would like focus on some issues, some like some specific how to say like methodology of like how you perceive, how you interpret, and how you become a part of human society.
I see.
There are more construction of it. There are more like different foundation from what I learned by myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean I always interesting in that, but because of my life path is like this. P'Big, he finished since high school, and he felt like going to school is not for me.
Right.
But for me, I come from different route.
Right.
Yeah, and I see that okay, maybe I need this green card.
Yeah.
This green card called
The diploma.
Yeah, diploma.
Right.
A piece of paper that make you become welcome to places.
Does it?
Yeah, and
For you,
I
has
mean,
it? Kind of.
I realized that is not that
Yeah.
necessary.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, try to make it happen within this 9 years and a half
Mhm.
in Bangkok, and I felt totally like drained about it.
Right.
Yeah, I see how it. I see the loop of it,
Mm.
and
You see it as an
day after
industry.
day, it's become overwhelmed.
Yeah.
You know, like for people who like the city, I mean, I don't blame the city. I cannot blame it because the majority of the people make it work there.
Yeah.
But for me and P'Big, we didn't feel like that big city is for us.
No.
So yeah, we make a move to this northern area.
And was it in Chiang Mai that you guys both met?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
because
both met in
from
Chiang Mai.
like Tantawan? No, not Tantawan.
No, it's the festival called Share is Share.
Share is share.
Yeah.
Ah. And in the jungle. Is it around this time? Like November, December, October?
I guess
January,
so.
February. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because these months are festival season in Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai.
Yeah, in Chiang Mai, there we have 3 seasons.
Okay.
First is around March.
Mm-hmm. Hot.
Start from around March is called burning season.
It's
a summertime.
scorching hot.
Yeah, you experience that, right?
Yeah.
So after that, we have rainy season,
Mm.
big rainy season,
Mm.
when actually is slow down everything.
Yeah.
Because the people find difficult to move around because of the hard rain.
And the extreme, there's floods. like
Yeah,
this year. Yeah,
as we
yeah.
know. And the last one is the winter time, and the winter time is take place around 3 to 4 months,
Mhm.
from November, December, January, February.
Yeah.
So within these 4 months, people try to make it works everywhere.
Right. The festivals. Yeah.
Selling like a market.
Yeah.
Or most of like gathering
Mhm.
event will be happening around this time.
And I know this is a pattern because right before we start this month, I heard a lot of like Hi Ho festival with the local musicians. And there was the Hope Festival. I think that was from the government. No.
Yeah.
It
It
was
seems
like
so. Yeah.
Split kind of efforts that hoping like more high season to come.
Yeah.
Because ever since COVID, I know that the levels of tourism has kind of like not reached the same level yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this year is going to be a little bit more different than most of them.
So actually, it's around the mid of COVID time
Mhm.
that we like kind of connect. We see each other from time to time,
Right.
but in the big scenario, in the festival like event, we just haven't.
Keep
I
seeing
have
each
like
other.
Sawadee Krab,
Yeah,
P'Big,
yeah.
but not really talk,
Right.
not really like
Connect.
connect
Mm,
like that.
mhm.
We introduce each other,
Sure.
but he has his own life, I have mine.
Mm.
And then this festival called Share is the time when I like got an opportunity to spend time with him. And after that, I start this project
Oh.
called Inchala.
Why Inchala?
Because I
name.
grew up in Muslim family
That's right.
and experiment a lot about spiritual seeking.
Sufism? Was that it?
I mean, I was born and raised in a very strict traditional Muslim Shia.
Shia, okay.
Shia,
okay,
not-
got
not-
you.
not
Sunni.
Sufi.
Not Sunni.
Sunni.
Okay.
It's
Shia.
in South is
Mhm.
only Shia and Sunni.
Your ablution is lost when you touch a dog, right?
Yeah.
Like when the dog touch you, you have to go wash again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I was raised and implanted to have God since I can recall.
Oh,
You know,
I
the
see.
word God, God
Right.
always play a very vital role
Right.
in my mind, my body, and
It keeps
so
repeating itself. Huh?
yeah. Sometimes I, like when I was younger, as a kid, I always curious if there is God.
Oh, had a little
And
doubt.
Yeah, and this doubt make me feel guilty because it's against the, like, one of the kind of like dogma of Islamic
Right.
practice.
You have to let go to the
You have to give
yeah,
fully faith
yeah,
to God,
Yes.
not doubt about Him. So yeah, because when you feel guilty and when you feel doubt, when you feel curious, when you feel all of this, you need to start traveling.
Yeah,
You know, we cannot just figure out by intellectual mind,
absolutely not.
like thinking about or read more books and books and more books.
That's just theory.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we went.
And even just like a short little note. Do you know I think, therefore I am? You know that phrase, right?
Yeah.
So even that popular phrase,
Yeah.
it's incomplete. So the popular part is I think, therefore I am. But actually there's I doubt in the beginning.
Yeah.
I think, therefore I am.
Yeah.
So like when people present information, it's not necessarily true information. Sometimes it's just to make your mind think in a different way.
Yeah.
And I think P'Big don't like the city because of this, you know. Like in
Yeah.
the city, it's always like, oh, look at this resort. Oh, look at this job opportunity. Oh, look at this house. Oh, look at this car. It's
Yeah.
like, do you really need all of that?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
really, you know?
I mean that phrase is still for me is the philosophical approach, and the word philosophy is to be in love with
Knowledge.
knowledge. But what we as a human being in this lifetime, we don't try to collect more knowledge or
Right.
information. We want to gain more wisdom. So more and more when I grow up, I see the different definition and dimension of each word.
Right.
So that we so I came out from my hometown so I can experience and experiment my life more fully.
Right.
Like if I was in my hometown back then, I would behave anything that people told me to do.
Right.
Like, Samie, did you already pray? Samie, did you already this? Samie, did you already all the time? And that make a resistance.
Right. Are you a good boy? Like I should think in my mind, you know? Like, do you fit my description of a good person?
Yeah. And this resistance becomes stronger. And what I try to see is not try to prove that I'm a good guy or
Of course not.
you know.
Yeah.
I just try to see if life could be, you know, is there any sense of freedom? Is there any sense of peace? Is there actually any sense of spiritual value without religious
Without like a method.
rules or structure. And so we try. P'Big try his way. He hang around with a lot of gangster back at the time.
Right.
And he see the condition of being human.
Right.
You know, like
Siam Dam? What was the
like
guy?
you know, like when you hang around with gangster, you see how people express their jealousy,
Right.
their fear,
Right.
their greed,
They're hurt.
and their hurts.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he observed this. Even like now, if you look like here physically, you might think, oh, he's still gangster.
Yeah, the pirate.
But that is how we how we become judged or like perceive,
right.
just very surface level. Because he shared to me when he was with that man, he still feel black sheep,
Yeah.
like in the
In a group of people.
Yeah.
Still, like, without the humanities degree, he can understand like what's going on and like,
Yeah,
is it for me? This kind of feels like everyone kind of lying to each other, and themselves.
Yeah. That's he shared to me, and as many people who know him, his lifestyle is not what they call hippies like that,
Right.
but it's more like pirate.
Yes.
Yeah.
The roots are coming from the pirate.
Yeah.
Well, you're
not-
island man, so.
yeah, but not by sailing on the boat,
Sure.
sailing in the life.
Yeah, and
You
land.
know?
Yeah, you're kind of surfing in
Yeah.
the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what he learned, life forced him to be.
Yeah.
At the same time, this is the beautiful that how we met.
Yes.
Life forced me to be so soft,
Yes.
like too soft,
Mm-hmm.
and he become too thick.
Right.
And when we met,
Yes.
we become like yin and yang. We become like, we see black in white,
Right.
and white in black of each other.
So complementary energies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That oh man, we spend quite some time to to confirm that we actually already met.
Oh wow.
Because
okay.
you met a lot of people all your
course,
life, and some people you might think that, oh, this is a guy, this is a guy, this is a guy that I'm looking for, this is a
Right,
guy that
right.
I could consider fully as my brother.
Right.
This is a guy that's actually the family that I choose.
Yes, friends are the family that we choose for sure.
Yeah.
But I think your relationship kind of goes beyond that, because there's like several points of like mutuality where like family life is kind of like meh, and you're kind of like trying to find truth from your own passion and kind of like, okay, what do I know, what do I love, what do I get paid for, these things, I'm gonna try it. So I'm curious how I just met the Argentinian friend who came here, and you guys kind of found this place. So was this place like, what was Inchala kind of came out of looking for this truth in a different way?
For me, yes.
Yeah.
Because before the COVID time, before we start making Inchala, we have this kind of life flow to jump from festival to another festival.
Got you.
I mean, I as a young man who got a lot of influence and inspired by the hippie culture.
Right.
Around the mid 60s to late 70s,
Woodstock stuff.
and stuff. I like spiritual jazz, and I like music.
Yeah.
We like art, and that kind of aesthetic and texture, kind of like like tricks, bring our focus to. And when I went to my first Shambhala, I start to tell myself that, wow, this could be real.
Yeah.
Somehow it's not only now from the magazine or from the internet that I used to
see these parties.
Absorb. Like, how would it feel to like sit next to strangers by not feeling awkward, for
Right.
example.
Right.
I start by observing that small point and see.
Like being comfortable in uncomfortable situations.
Yeah, to try to make it like clear like that.
Yeah.
And from that, you know, you go through drugs, you go through the deception
Right.
of using or taking drugs,
Yeah.
and consider it as a spiritual
Yeah.
practice or anything. That is very, for me, very classic, that
Yeah.
one seeker would have to experience it himself.
It's quite cheap, the spirituality that you get from drugs, because it's like you get somewhere, but you have to come down, you know? It's always like the trade-off of, okay, I see something in a different way that I've never used to seeing, and maybe my mind is capable of, you know, dreaming anything and everything, but then that kind of just goes away and you're back to normal.
So I always use this metaphor that taking psychedelic substance could be similar to using binoculars to see the peak of Himalayas. And you never saw the peak of Himalayas, you only heard about that. And when you see that from far away, at least it make you know, inspire,
get an idea.
Inspire enough to seek the real path. But you know, using binoculars is like it's there, but you
physically
you don't you don't walk there by your feet. What you think is real still, you know, still have a distance.
Of course.
So after that, I think it's a good time when the world is stopped by this virus thing. I mean, the good point in the bad, in the difficult time is give the space and opportunity for each being to go back inside, because you cannot go outside, right? So yeah, after all that, you know, in Thai we have this is when you curious about something that you notice, and if it's like, if it's true, or if it, you know, you start to have this question to yourself, we like and then we seek for the answer, and then we so after this, between this and like what, and alright, what, and alright, up and down, high, and then become so low, and then super high again, and so we kind of like try to find the balance, the just
like curiosity, imagination, learning, knowledge. Okay, now I have to put the knowledge into practice, because just knowledge for knowledge's sake is just, you know so much in school, you're so smart, you're a professor, but you're like constipated, you know, like you can't use the information. Like you have to use it, you have to apply the knowledge. So
that is the time when I came out from the temple, and I was really inspired and energized by Buddhist practice, including meditation and all that. I mean, people say mindfulness activity, but for me it's actually like, it's not mindful, but it's soulful.
Soulful.
Mindful is like you still using a lot of mind, you know, to figure out things. But the intuition not come from intellectual.
No.
It's the different. I mean, in one CPU or one computer, they have different part of the hardware. So we always, most of us, use the intellectual part with it, with it RAMs in this CPU, but what actually command everything, figure out everything, and using it by the purpose is the user, and user have intellectual.
Yes.
No, user have this intuition.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like hardware.
yeah, hardware. Yeah, it's the hardware here. Oh, it's a nice one, bro. Yeah, it's the hardware here,
Yeah.
and it's the hardware here.
There it is.
So yeah, I come up with because I see how it's work to have a routine in the temple.
Right.
At least you
Oh,
can.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can see that in this circle,
Mm-hmm.
of the temple,
Mm-hmm.
you see what stimulation come and
Right.
how it's affect to you and how it's go, and I kind of like like how I experience and see that,
Mm-hmm.
and I try to see if it could work in the life out of the temple.
Yeah.
So we start this place.
Mhm.
I was finding this place. I mean, I print out the Google map and I make a big circle that can travel within 10 minutes around, within this circle. Because I would consider that if I have to go some place
Right.
every
you don't want
day,
to do too hard.
yeah, you just want to go around this within this 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And when I found this place, it was a landfill.
Mm-hmm.
It was a place where junkie people come to,
I
because
see.
I found the evidence.
Mm.
I see the needles. I saw the froids. I saw a lot of bottle of booze.
Yeah.
And yeah, we start to clean up.
Yeah.
We took 4 months to make this landfill become suitable place. And is that the time when I and P'Big start to have time to see more of each other.
Right. Right.
But still at that time I kind of
You're doing it by yourself still, right?
Yeah.
Like you found this place with your Argentina friend, and
Yeah.
you're kind of just like cleaning up. And
Yeah.
It's a good metaphor for like how his life is. You're changing taking routine and making it set you free from like changing your bad habits, and then physically you have a manifest environment with like bad habits that kind of like happened around here, right? But now you're kind of cleaning that out, so like it's a physical and spiritual kind of like cleansing. That's really really cool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, but I didn't know it at the first place.
Right. In hindsight, now you can understand.
Yeah, like day after day, I realized, and we learned from that. So yeah, P'Big would went out around the town selling, and then at the end of the day, he would come here visit me. I was like fixing this and that. He helped me, and we start to talk, and he would like, bro, what are you doing here? I said, I want to make some space. I'm not sure what would it be yet.
Yeah.
But it's a space for sure that serve drinks, tea, and allow people to come enjoy doing nothing together.
Enjoy doing nothing together. I like that.
I mean, not like doing nothing
Sure.
in that sense, but doing something without, without pressure or without that.
Expectation.
Yeah, like complicated purpose like that.
There are parties here that happen, but I've never seen like a party boy person, like there's all just cool people who like maybe do nothing, like as it were, outside of their house or outside of Inchala, but when they come here, they can still feel like they're doing the same thing.
They bring their books, they bring their
drawings.
Yeah, they bring their hobbies here, and how each one like does that inspire and vibrate to another to do their own stuff.
Absolutely.
And I said to be big like this, and at the time he's still traveling, and and yeah, more and more like he came to visit me, support me from time to time. I made a lot of like event, and maybe sometime one day festival, and P'Big would be around here, and he would observe, you know,
Oversee.
and then and more we become close, and then just naturally we become connect
I see.
in very dimensional level. Not only a partner, not only a friend, not only brothers,
Right.
not
There's some karmic entanglement happening.
yeah. I like how you sum up each stuff by you have a really nice vocabulary, like you have good spiritual dictionary.
Yeah, I read some.
Good. Yeah,
a little
I mean,
bit.
yeah, so from that we would talk to each other. I mean, all the time. That's okay, bro. We would normally basically start from a very surface level of what we are doing each day. Like, for example, like, bro, oh, it's a lot of people today. Wow, nice. Like, you saw some? Oh yeah, I got some. Yeah, okay, nice. Like, at the end of the day, we would go out to celebrate each day by just having a good dinner.
Nice.
And the next day come and there's no people, and then day after day we start to see that how the graph of you know,
You get some data.
like oh okay, we have to accept that we not only spiritual practice,
Sure.
but at the same time we have to educate ourselves how the business work,
Yes.
how, I mean, it's proof something when you can keep the space alive
In 4 years.
for years
Yeah, it's a lot of
healthily,
cycles.
you know, people still can come and can enjoy that.
And new people can still come, you know?
Each season is the different of beings
Yeah.
comes around,
Of course.
and the more we stay here, the more we start to count the day by season like animals.
Ah,
You know,
yeah.
like if you used to read, or anyone used to read the Jungle Books,
Right.
the conversation of animals, they don't say like, for example, like yesterday or last year or like
It's not
like,
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
they say it's like many seasons ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Last
Epochs.
last rainy season, something
Last
like
rainy
that.
Season. Got it.
So so we start from that. We start to share each day interpretation and how we see. Oh, it's a nice that a lot of people today. Oh, there's no people at all. Oh, this why they call it low season. Oh, now, bros, we have a lot of bills to pay.
Yeah.
And it's become somehow frustrated because you know, people come and just sometimes people just like too much enjoy completely doing nothing, you
Right,
know,
right.
like we start to every day is like about adjusting the balance.
Right.
Is not automatic.
Of course not.
It's very manual. It's like, you know, running this place, for me as a photographer, I would consider it as using a manual film camera.
I see.
Every time you point to different subject or different angle, you have to adjust the f-stop and speed shutter or ISO. Like you have to adjust it all the time to get the nice
Yeah.
light capture.
Does P'Big have like business experience, like running places like this?
Not like this.
Not like this. Okay.
He used to like
Oh,
only direct sale, trading. Yeah,
Got you.
direct sale. But he was working in in the he used to be a soldier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he used to work as a chef in Singapore.
What?
And
P'Big, how many lives did you live? One time, many lives.
Right. So yeah, from each period of life, we still confirming, affirming, and seeking. I mean, it's like to make it easy, it sounds like we collect the statistics. You know, like we collect the data. That experience become our data to confirm what our intuitively perceive.
Right. You know from the inside, and there's proof on the outside.
You
meet them two together.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So yeah, at like that, like when we talk in the business sense, we go through this financial realization about how to make it work in this physical realm. At the same time, we try to find the balance of how to make it, like, keep it positive, bright, and lively. So we use this art, music, as a factor, as an element to make this place, you know, alive. We have a lot of different friends who try to make their life as an artist, as a musician, as DJs, you know, and they came and they share and they left some inspiration, they took some inspiration, and we share within this place. And so at some point we kind of like sit together. At that day we feel totally like
super tired,
like how far more that we should keep
going,
carrying this like this, you know, like we concern spiritual life, we aware of what's going on each day, we aware of our intention, and we also need to concern and keep carry on in the financial situation. And we found this life, you know, ridiculous. You know, all this factor just at the end of the conversation we would just say lock. The lock is like it's ridiculous, man. What all of us is try to pursue.
But I feel like that could only be a beginning, you know, like when you realize that everything is just bullshit, that is just the beginning in my mind. It's not like an end, you know. It's like, oh, like let me fucking hang myself then. It's like, no, this is a new beginning now. It's like, okay, I'm gonna operate in this ridiculousness, try to make a little bit of like routine, right? And then it like ridiculous turns into a little bit of routine, and that routine kind of can facilitate a lot of interesting and cool things. I think that's what I'm experiencing over here, because a lot of people say when they come to Chiang Mai, it's like, go to pie. It's all amazing pie. And same thing for Inchala. For me, I was like, there we're going to Inchala. And when I came here like a couple months ago, I was like, wow, I sense what everything you guys have gone through and like mentioned, because it's all these small little, you know, pieces like that give the vibe, you know, and everyone comes here, leaves a little bit of their energy, takes some of that energy. So it's like a nice sort of journey. I can sense that there's a journey here for sure.
So that's the day that I mentioned, that we sit and talk and we kind of like realized what mission that we are you know doing now, to find the crossover of physical realm and spiritual realm
Mm-hmm.
by being just a simple guys,
Mm-hmm.
Living his lifestyle
Right.
influenced by art and music and creativity stuff.
Community.
Community is something that's for me naturally happen,
Oh yeah.
but by caring, by
Sure.
support,
Sure.
by love, and yeah. So each day now we develop this practice together
Nice.
to make it work in the business sense,
Nice.
at the same time allied and combine
Mm-hmm.
with spiritual growth.
Yes. But it's
For-
ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's ridiculous. It's funny how
Yeah.
how the path become like this,
Yeah.
but we're happy with that.
Yeah.
We're happy in this simpleness.
And when you were doing the switch, so this is a little question for other kind of like business owners or people who want to open a cafe or they're opening a cafe already. Like how did you strike that balance of like, okay, I want to do this because I love doing it, but I don't want to be a slave to my passion. I want my passion to be, positive and supporting me. Like, did you like make any changes? Like, did you increase the price of something? Did you like include a different,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think
like, or
the
like,
point is that you more and more it's become more clear for what you want to do in certain kind of time.
I see.
From the beginning, I would just think that if it's happened, it's already works.
Mhm.
It's already success.
Right.
And when it's happened, it's like what they say. Try to be the winner is already challenge, but try to keep being like, if you consider it as a sport,
Yeah.
try to win the game is already like challenge, but try to sustain that, by practice, by this repetitive routine and everything. But it's make you more clear to what you are doing and more sincere to yourself. Like, because we put a lot of energy in creating this space.
Yes.
At first we might too worry about making a cost of it. Even we like spend a lot of money, spend a lot of time, spend a lot of energy
Sure.
through that. But more and more we start to respect for what you are doing, because you are sincere to it, and your intention is kind of like day after day it's become more clearer. I'm not saying that it's pure.
Right.
It's not pure that, but every time it's become more clear. And when it's clear, when it's aligned, your intention, your plan, your intention from your heart, your plan from your brain, and your action from your physical approach, when it's aligned in the same direction, it's give the power. It somehow give the power to to not
force.
Yeah, it's a loving force. It's not a fearful force.
Right.
Because for us, what is opposite side of love is fear.
Sure.
It's not hate. Because fear make doubts, fear make worries, fear make a lot of things that hold on yourself to become loving beings, loving activity, loving.
How can I feel love when I'm scared that I can't pay the bill?
Right. So yeah, until like now, we still keep developing this our path of life. When you can see us from outside, we are
Simple.
two simple hippie guys running a tea house or cafe, But when you sit and talk to me like you now, Fatih, you also one of the seeker that we, you know.
Absolutely. I brought my hobby here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we would share in a deeper level.
Yeah.
And the deeper you go on together, the simpler we become, you know, realize is
We don't
it's
even
like
need
that.
words anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to prove to other.
Yeah.
There's nothing to prove that I'm the enlightened one. I'm the super spiritual guy. I'm the
best photographer or the best party thrower or, you know, like the best salesperson, you know.
yeah.
Once you let go of that, I think you just allow everything to just come in, you know. Yeah. It's a difficult balance to strike, especially when, like, I'll ask you these questions. So family was a little challenging. Was your mom's side better or your dad's side more peaceful?
For me, I think it's all different. But what I realized in the relationship of family and parents, I would consider myself as a device that try to connect to the, like a device that try to connect to the internet. But without router, the signal cannot be stable. So I would consider my parents, our parents, as a modem, a router.
I see.
And if I have to connect, I have to connect through this. I cannot just like, okay, I have my own life, fuck about my father, fuck about my mother. They are too much, too annoying or anything. I have to like troubleshoot
I see.
through this, and so that I can connect like more, I mean, more realistic, more.
So is it your mom or your dad?
I would say my mom
is peaceful, right?
Yeah.
Is your mom peaceful as well? Like her family? Like mother's side?
ใช่
หมายถึงว่า
เขาว่าถ้าเกิดว่าเทียบกันแล้วความสงบมาจากทางพ่อหรือทางแม่มากกว่า
จังแม่
Yeah. Okay, so all my life I ask this question to people and everyone says my mom's side more peaceful, my dad is fucking crazy. You know, or like my dad has like some crazy mom or crazy dad. It's like always the father's side is a little like different, you know. So I think we're systematically just traumatized by one way or another. War, famine, not enough food, you know, like everyone traveling somewhere to make more money. It's survival, right? And everyone teaching something through this like traumatized kind of lack, like I don't have enough, like go be doctor, go be something, you know. Like I think that's why we have, it's hard to strike a balance between the money and the spiritual and everything, because our teachers, our first models, the parents, especially the dad who needs to be like the good model, is usually just hurt, you know, like, and they're trying on their best to operate from like a traumatic state, but it really depends on the individual now, you know, to, you know, meet the people like you guys, you know, like make the connections and complement the energy, and you know you're very like strong and, you know, I got this, you know, so you can turn into your dad really easy, you know, or like same for you, you know, maybe you have some qualities that I certainly find myself being like my dad when I grow up, you know. But P'Big, are you spiritual like Samadhi?
สมาธิ
Yeah. And all your life?
หมายถึงว่า
Like
ใช่
yeah
ตลอดมาเลย
Tukwan.
not ทุกวัน
Oh, not Tukwan. Okay. Yeah. Changing.
maybe different
Maybe.
yeah but yes I meditate
Yeah. Like did you go to the temple when you're like 20? Because I know in Thailand everyone had to go. Oh, you went to the temple. Nice.
yeah
but by choice.
Oh, by choice.
not
Okay.
not 20,
Not the force.
young.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
young.
Oh, okay. When you were little.
Yeah, about 7, 8, 9,
Oh, wow.
10.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah, young.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
Brother,
How many?
1.
Only one. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Small family. Interesting. Oh.
It's big, but
Big,
Ah.
but
he would say it's complicated.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
So yeah, so I think this is, I mean, we are now, including this interview,
Uh-huh.
is not convincing anyone to be hippies or
Sure.
anyone's to go to the temple or anyone's to anything, not convincing or like present it in that way.
Mhm.
But
มันเรื่องยาวนะ
yeah, find your
เรื่องแบบว่าเรื่องครอบครัวเรื่องการเกิดขึ้นมาเรื่องวิธีที่จะเลือกชายอ่ะ พี่ว่ามันไม่ใช่แค่ละเอียดอ่อนอะแต่ถ้าถามว่าในการเดินทางของทุกคนมันมีนัยยะอะไรบางอย่างในการดำรงอยู่อะซึ่งการมองหาสิ่งเหล่านี้มันเป็นธรรมชาติว่าถ้าเรามองเป็นธรรมชาติ for me nature important yeah and difficult to talk something own life because we different and so many detail and if we look more inside for me yeah this is life like
Mhm.
it's like
Yeah.
finding the clue out of your passion, and through that clue
nature
it will naturally track you, lead you back to your
Source.
source,
Yeah.
Which is nature.
which is nature.
for me we don't fighting family
No.
we don't fighting something old life
Yeah.
no
I
Just
share this
when we born we curious
Yes.
what yeah
And you never lose that. Your eyes are still very like, like you're still curious. Like it's because a lot of people go to work in the city, like they kind of lose the curious, I think art, that's why art is so important. Even when you're doing business, it's hard to keep track of the art and make sure you're doing it in passionate ways, rather than just like for the money or for the passion, just being curious, keeping your childlike curiousness in your whole life is what I see that you guys successfully, manage and want to manage.
เมื่อ
even
เรา
further.
รู้ว่า ในส่วนของสิ่งชีวิตทั่วไปเขาดำรงอยู่เผือแต่เราห้าสิ่งที่มันแตกต่างออกไปอ่ะที่มัน
ใช่
เรารู้นี่ว่าไอ้สังคมการเกิดการ
yeah,
ให้สิ่งอะไรเราเห็นน่ะแต่ว่า
we understand the cycle of life, we understand the system,
we play too we play with the human too but
we play that role too.
Yeah, we played the firefly, we played the mosquito, we played the tree.
But we aware. I
Yeah.
mean, as long as you aware, is there's no right and wrong when you talk
ใช่
to the core sense of this spiritual path. There's no right or wrong. But if you keep being aware, like aware consciously, it can never go wrong.
Yeah.
Like no matter you are a doctor, no matter whether it be you are engineering, you are businessman, you are anything, any role that you play in this, these realms, as long as you aware and what you are doing is still aligned with what your sincere passion, would it's different from desire
Right.
and passion.
Yeah.
It might look similar, but it's different. But do anything by your own passion and find the clue in it, and that clue will naturally leads you back to your source, like you said before. And if it's, if you develop it through what they call time,
Yes.
it's keep affirming, confirming, and at some point, sooner or later, you will realize that we share the divine purpose to come back, learn about how it feels to be human,
Yeah.
how it feels to keep reincarnate to this life,
Yeah.
playing different roles over and over and over again, and then at some point you start to and you try to find awe.
So life is just between the and the awe.
Yeah, and then you realize that okay, the purpose is not for yourself, for I or for me, but for us
Yeah.
to come back to this life, to walk each other home. I cannot do anything to others
Yeah.
except working on myself,
Yeah.
and they can support me but can't help me
Yes.
anything but working on themselves.
Yeah.
This is the phrase that I get it from Ramdas, and I see it's very true.
Yeah, you can't help anyone. You can only help yourself.
For me, there's no healer.
Yeah.
There is only healing process,
Yeah.
and healing process start when you accept where the wound is and the cause of that wound.
Yeah.
That's how. So, through years I start forgiving my parents, because that is the way how I accept my traumatized wound, and the healing process just naturally start from that.
Yeah.
And like we have a side here, the more it's real to you, the more it's real to us.
Yes.
Is not it not say that your reality is realer than mine, or my reality is realer than you.
Right.
If you look down to other belief, it means that you look down to your own belief as well. We are just a reflect
Yes.
of each other.
We're like the divine experiencing itself through other visions.
Yeah.
It's like the universe manifesting in a human to experience itself through life,
So yeah.
through other people.
Yeah. Do what you are doing sincerely and respect it. When you really do it sincerely, the essence, the feeling of how you respect for what you are doing, because your intention is lovely.
Yeah.
Your intention is the loving intention.
Yeah.
So when you do that, is
It like grows and shares and expands in sort of concentric circles.
like you can learn from everyone have their own different tastes. We would like to listen to different bands,
Of course.
but anything that you sincerely liked to it, don't just absorb it in a very shallow or very surface level of it. Like if you like Beatles, for example, you see the life and the becoming or the happening of the band called Beatles, and you see how each member go through
Their own journey.
And that is something more meaningful for me from what pop culture would want to sell to you,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
Because each artist making their art works to reflect life, time, and the space that they were in certain kind of time. Like we are now, we not claim that we are an artist, but we respect what we are doing as an art of
Yeah.
life.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, like you know, to service to people is art.
Yeah.
You might have a prejudice to the customer that's just step in,
Right.
but how you use your art to turn your bias, which is the protection of your ego, to become
Yeah.
something that unblock you
Yeah.
from the thing that you fear,
Yeah.
which is the opposite side of love again.
Oh.
So
So abstract, but also I understand what you mean. It's like only through looking at whatever you're doing in life as art, you will take it in the required seriousness that is, balance between playfulness and also seriousness, and it kind of sustains you. It gives you food. It gives you freedom in a sense. Only through that will we be satisfied in life, I think. Because if you don't follow your own dreams, I think companies are very ready to give you a dream so you can follow.
it's we born weak. We have to stick together. At the same time, we love solitude.
Yeah.
We love solidarity. and
You think
you
we
know,
should?
if you have a belief in something, don't just stuck on the level of believing, but inquiry. Like they used to have that joke in the conversation with Krishnamurti. How one would do in the last moment of their breath before they about to die, when all their life believing there is a God, and the last moment they start to
No.
if there is no God,
Did I waste
vice
my life?
versa.
Yeah. If they
How
don't
one
believe.
could interpret, or how one could take off from this physical body when their life never believe in God. They believe in antheist, but just believe. They
Right.
never apply their life into what they are seeking or what
Right.
they are believe.
Right.
And the last moment that they about to die, and they start to if there is a God.
Right.
So while we are living, while we are still be able to breathe, use this opportunity or use this resource, food, 6 to 8 hours of the day,
Right.
each caffeine from the coffee that you drink.
Right.
Use this resource meaningful. Use it wisely as an energy. Like, because at the end there is no right and wrong. It just cause and effect. It's what they call karma.
Right.
It's not like God is the old man sitting upon the sky try to punish you for what they don't like you.
Yeah. It's just features, It's kind of like, like, why is your nose big and weird? Why is your nose beautiful? It's karma. It's not real. I get what you're saying. Wow. I think we went over for sure.
Like 1 hour 17.
Oh, 18. Nice.
But so this is the essence or the message that we it's the interview, and there will be the audience after a while. And this is the message that we want to convey.
Right.
Do
it mindfully.
No, it's actually mindless but soulful.
Mindless but soulful. Much better. yeah, mindful is more of like a new age way of communicating these ideas. And oftentimes, you know, yoga isn't like the pants that you wear and the mat that you have and like all the, you know, the chakra crystals and incense and whatever, that kind of like around it to facilitate a certain energy. But what you're saying is obviously do what you love in an aware way of, okay, like I'm not burning myself out, I'm being respectful to my energy and first and other people as well. And awareness is key in everything in life, you know. Awareness when you're fucking up, awareness when you see your friend fucking up and you tell them, bro, I think you should change, you know. But then again, reminding yourself that you can't change anybody.
No.
You can only lead by example and be like, hey, this is what I'm doing, I'm staying true to myself. And I love what you said about how treating what we do is art, you know. I think that's the only logical or spiritual or, you know, any purposeful way to conduct life, for sure. I can feel that.
So lastly,
yes,
you know, what we are doing here is not try to change the world, we just try to balance it. That's all.
Yes.
So find your way to balance this mad world. You know.
Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much for having me here. And thank you so much everybody for listening and tuning in. We were in Inchala with our lovely MC Samie. Over the next few weekends we're going to have a get together called Mycelium. We're gonna be everyone's gonna be there, so you should be there as well. And lovely P'Big for sharing all the wisdom through silence. Thank you so much. Thanks everybody. See you on the next one.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Enjoy life.